Sir, in this book you have mentioned that as an organization we need to have a culture of transparency and fairness. So I believe culture is something which is followed by, if not one and all, most of the people associated in that organization. So isn't it a very far-flung expectation that we expect everybody in the organization to be transparent and fair? Because even as a code of conduct, we are transparent in some of our behaviors with one group, and we deliberately don't remain transparent on that particular subject with other. As I was mentioning in my example also, that there are certain things I am very open to talk to my friends, but I don't talk to my parents.
I'll remember this.
Right. Certain things I talk to my children, I don't talk to my parents. Or I talk to my friends, I don't talk to my colleagues. So, expecting that culture of transparency and fairness, would you like to bring clarity on this?
See, of course, most certainly you should be relevant
Right.
to the person to whom you are talking.
Right.
Now, transparency is basically a adoption. Like, for example, I'll give it to you. There was somebody who recently joined the organization. He came to me and he started talking not so good thing about many people. He said he is bad, and things like this. So I heard him that day, and thereafter I didn't like what all he said. And next time when he came to me, I very respectfully told him, please sit down. उसने बोला, जिसके बारे में बात करनी है ना, मुझे उसका नाम बताओ. I'll call him, and we'll talk in his presence. And from that day onward, he never came to my room. Because we like to play these games, talking not so good things about the rest of the colleagues.
Right.
Now, basically, when I say that you should be very open in your relationship, means that culture of openness means you have no hidden agenda. When you are meeting your friends, you are not talking one thing against the other. Of course, what you talk to your friends, that might be different than what you talk to your children. Similarly, when you talk to your children, with your children and other children, those who are younger and of the same group and age, you should be talking very openly and same things to all of them. So, of course, it's an attitude of being open, it's an attitude of being transparent. But it is all the more important that you should stay relevant. So what you talk to your wife, not necessarily you talk to your children. What you talk to your parents, not necessarily that is what you talk to your colleagues. Stay relevant, but stay open.
Right.
No conspiracy. उससे सबसे अच्छी बात ये होती है, आपको सोचना नहीं पड़ता कि मैंने किसको क्या कहा. You know that whatever is truth you always remember.
Right.
So there is no concoction. जो मैंने ठीक है वही बोला होगा, तो हर बार कोई भी कुछ भी बोले तो you are no burden on self.
Right. So one other way of looking at it means when we say be transparent, we are saying be truthful.
Only when you are truthful you can be transparent.
Right.
Transparency basically confirms that you are truthful.
Right.
So it's important to be truthful so that you can be transparent.
And I certainly can draw relevance when you said that victory in life and work. Transparency strengthens relationships. So if we are truthful, if we are transparent, it is useful in all these areas of life.
Yeah.
And how, sir, you correlate fairness with this? The culture of transparency and fairness side by side.
See, if you have 100 people reporting to you and you are working on all of them equally with equal intent of making them grow,
Right.
to become better. So you are being fair to one and all, and you are telling them over, this is my system of appraisal. अगर डिटेलिंग है तो these are the 8 parameters. इन parameters पे मैं आपको evaluate करूँगा. You have defined that those parameters also.
So that becomes transparent.
So it's a transparent method of doing it over. And thereafter, you are fair to one and all. Likewise, even in sales and even in work discipline, if there is a process through which the evaluation is happening, it's a transparent process. The quantity of work, quality of work, discipline in work, honesty, these are the things which are being checked. Yes, honestly, they are being checked. आप गलत नहीं चले जाओ इसलिए हम देखते हैं इसको. तो you are telling it transparently, openly.
Right.
That this is what मैं चेक करूँगा, आपको देखूँगा मैं, क्योंकि मेरा ये फ़र्ज़ है कि आप गलत नहीं जाओ लाइफ में. So it is only through transparency that you will be able to maintain fairness to one and all.
Right.
If there are 100 people, how many of them are growing to what position? हर एक को fairness means you should give equal chance to everyone to grow in life.
Right. So fairness is not equal distribution of resources to each one of them. It is equal opportunity.
Yeah, most certainly it's a equal opportunity that you should be providing to everyone. Equivalent environment, and transparency breeds culture of honesty. Transparency breeds culture of fairness.
And ultimately trust.
Yeah, so it's a relationship of trust that you have with everyone. आपके अगर 100-200 लोग जो आपको रिपोर्ट करते हैं, अगर उनको सबको पता है कि you are going to be fair to one and all, you say what you mean and you mean what you say. In a transparent manner, you have shared everything. Now their method of appraisal is also defined. Now everybody has an equal scope of success, but everybody does not get equivalent success.
Right. Right. Everybody has same opportunity, but everybody may not reach the same level of success.
Yes.
Right. So certainly these two things coexist. We cannot be transparent if we are not fair, and we cannot, there is no fun of being fair if we are not transparent. So transparency and fairness has to go along.
Yeah.
So that's why you said that there has to be a culture of these two things.
Yeah.
Which are the areas, sir? Sometimes they say that little knowledge is dangerous thing. So I want to tell each and everything to every person in the organization, but certain informations are not relevant to that particular person. So where we should draw that line? Okay, fine, up to this, this person should know, and beyond this, it is not. One word I think it has come out of my mouth is relevance. What can be the other things to define? Okay, fine, up to this I need to tell, but beyond, for example, salaries. It should be transparent. I should know at my level, these are the different bands of salaries I can reach up to. But knowing the salary of my superior or his superior sometimes bothers me. कि मैं भी तो उतना ही काम करता हूँ. I also work 8 hours. Why I am given less? Rather, sometimes he work lesser to me. तो वहाँ पे हमें थोड़ा सा ट्रांसपेरेंसी को we should ignore and bring that opacity.
Yeah, some old sayings, they have a lot of meaning.
जी.
वो कहते हैं grass looks always greener on the other side of the fence.
जी.
Factually so. मेहनत सबसे ज़्यादा मैं करता हूँ और सक्सेस सबसे ज़्यादा बाकी लोगों को मिलती है, ऐसा सोचते हैं हम लोग, पर ऐसा होता नहीं बेसिकली. सो अगर आपका सिस्टम ऑफ ट्रांसपेरेंसी एंड पॉलिसी प्रोसेसेस ऑफ अप्रेजल डिफाइंड है, तो सबका कैरियर प्रोग्रेशन का इक्वलेंट स्कोप है सबके लिए. दैट्स वन थिंग. दूसरी बात, जैसे आपने बताया कि मैं सोचता हूँ मेरी सैलरी इतनी और उसकी सैलरी इतनी, तुम जानते हो कि तुम क्या काम करते हो, फिर जहाँ कुछ गलती भी करते हो अपने आप को बेनिफिट ऑफ डाउट दे देते हो. तुम नहीं जानते कि दूसरा पर्सन क्या काम करता है एंड हाउ मच ही इज कंट्रीब्यूटिंग इन व्हाट ऑल एरियाज। तो इसलिए जब आप उसके फंक्शन नहीं जान सकते, उसका कंट्रीब्यूशन नहीं जानते, तो you can't expect equivalence to happen.
Right.
So, likewise, even God is secretive in certain ways. मैं पिछले जन्म में क्या था, मेरे को गॉड भी नहीं पता लगने देता क्या था, और मैं अगले जन्म में क्या बनूंगा, doesn't know. But one thing is certain, वो कहते हैं ना आपके कर्म के हिसाब से ही आपका
अगला जन्म
पिछला जन्म अगला जन्म डिफाइन होता है। नाउ दिस इज वेरी मीनिंगफुल, मतलब मेरे हाथ में, डीड्स मेरे हाथ में है। नाउ उन दोज डीड्स के बेसिस के ऊपर माई फ्यूचर गेट्स डिसाइडेड। सो इट्स ऑल इम्पॉर्टेंट फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस दैट वी शुड हैव द राइट डीड्स एंड वी शुड अटेम्प्टिंग अवर बेस्ट टू बी राइट एंड रेलिवेंट बट नॉट इक्वल, because nobody is equal.
Right.
So, मेरे ख्याल जो ये लेस रेलिवेंट है कि बाकी लोगों की क्या सैलरी है और आपकी क्या है, ये रेलिवेंट नहीं है, इसलिए इसकी कोई यूजफुलनेस नहीं है।
Right.
Like what you are talking to your wife, you don't have to tell to your friends, and vice versa also true.
Right.
Because they are different and they are to be dealt differently. But you have to be fair to all of them, and in your relationship you should be transparent with all of them, with your friends, with your children, with your wife and your parents. And similarly you should be setting their method of appraisal, and that should be complied, and it should be transparently right appraisal which should happen. On that basis the career progression should be planned. You can always reason and debate with your person to whom you are reporting, right, how I am being appraised. And he most certainly should tell you.
Agreed, sir. In some management, when you have spoken this word, I believe that we have always different type of performers, good performers, struggling people, newer ones, experienced one, and good manager understand that there is a different way of dealing with managing every person. And it is very well respected fact in the management that they say that you praise the person in public and reprimand privately. So here also I believe that the concept of fairness is compromised. If I am appreciating you publicly, I will reprimand you also in front of team, and if I am if I am praising you in isolation, so I will reprimand you also in isolation. Is it contrary to the concept of fairness or not?
See, suppose there are 10 people and there is something grossly wrong that you have done.
Gee.
You know it, they also know it.
Right.
And in case you don't pick up that topic and don't reprimand the person, then you are setting a wrong example.
It is acceptable.
But in case there is somebody who is being on the wrong path, but he has not done great wrongs, it's always important that you talk the person in isolation, one-to-one.
Private.
So that you are able to bring about clarity, seek clarity, and ensure that he comes on the right path.
Right.
And even if small deflection had been there, reprimand him in isolation.
Right. So that person can save his face also.
Yeah. उसी तरह से अगर एक अच्छा बॉस और एक अच्छा मैनेजर वुड इंश्योर दैट अगर किसी ने अच्छा काम किया तो ही शुड अप्रिशिएट इट इन ग्रुप. वी ऑल हैव ए चाइल्ड इन अस. जब आपकी तारीफ हुई तो मुझे भी अच्छा लगा कि मैं भी अपनी तारीफ कराऊं, तो मैं भी ये सब करूं. तो इसलिए अप्रिसिएशन which we all desire for should be done in group.
Right.
So that everybody knows that this is what he did, this is the way he did, this is what he achieved, and he is being appreciated in presence of 10 people. So appreciation should happen in public so that we know what are the right things to do.
So I can also attain this because these are the things which are appreciated.
These are the things, these are appreciated.
Thank you, sir, for bringing that clarity.